So I was watching the 85 South show with Carlos Miller and Emmanuel Hudson, and they were talking about how when black males get to be superstars, they start dating white girls instead of black girls. And they've already covered that piece, but I started looking at it at a different perspective. You know, they use the whole Katie from science class thing versus Tanisha from the hood. So I look at this and I took color out of the equation. I didn't want color to be a justification as to why Homeboy decided to date Katie instead of Tanisha. And I came to the conclusion that it's the person's spirit. The spirit of how someone treats you determines whether or not they have a place in your future when you blow up. I'm gonna let y'all kind of marinate that one in your head for a while, but it makes sense. Think about it. You got the baddest girl out there, body right, got money, great job, but that spirit, if it's jacked up, you ain't gonna want it. All you're gonna want to do is just, smash and then pass along. Ladies, you can meet that man with all that money in the world, look good, light skin or dark skin with the pretty pearls. If his spirit ain't right, you ain't. I would hope you got sense enough to not go into that particular danger. But let's keep it real. All men and women don't think like I do. They don't. So I look at it like this now. If your spirit ain't sitting right with me, you don't stand a ghost of a chance of being able to come into the new era with me. There are people in my past. They basically made me feel bad because I wasn't popular. They made me feel bad because I was one of those guys that was basically trying to do the right thing, that was about his business. I had dreams just like anybody else, and I wanted to make sure that I achieved those dreams. I wasn't trying to be popular for real. Not the way that they were. I wasn't trying to make people feel bad for things that they didn't have or the things that they had. I just wanted to be able to enjoy my life and have somebody in it that could enjoy it with me. But no, at the end of the day, I was truly alone. No matter who I ran into, no matter who actually gave me a little bit of time at that moment, I was still alone because I had to go through the rest of high school pretty much by myself. I went through college pretty much by myself. And like now, I'm 30 years old. It's 12 years since high school, and life has been good. And a lot of people, they'll ask me, they'll be like, "Hey, have you thought about such and such from some time ago?" Yeah. Would you date them? No. And the biggest shock comes across their face, and they're like, "Why would you not? Why would you not want to date them?" And I tell them this. I say, "Hey, they didn't want me back then. I was at my lowest in many different areas outside of the necessities, and then nobody wanna. Then no girl give me that attention. So why would I go and date? Why would I go and date them now, especially when they're on the opposite end? I'm just going by the spirit here. So I need y'all to like take this in consideration. How often have you either been the aggressor or the victim of this particular scenario? How often have you turned down somebody because they were at a low, even though their spirit was right? How often have you been the person that has been turned down because that you weren't popular, or you weren't somebody who was just you know celebrity status, but then when you blew up, everybody wanted you? I want you to think about those things. And when you think about those things, this is step two I want you to do. I want you to either, if you were the aggressor, I want you to go back and apologize to those people that you basically made feel bad. You don't got to try to grovel with them or anything. Just be like, "Hey, I apologize. I don't have to be in your life if you don't want me to be, but I just want to apologize for what I did." Or if you were the victim, go back and forgive them. They ain't got to know that they ain't got to apologize to you. Just let them know. Be like, "Hey, I forgive you." Third, follow me on YouTube, Road to the Doctorate. Peace.